Blames you directly. What's your response to that, sir? Do you think the conviction will have an impact on the campaign? We'd love to hear your thoughts, sir.
Should he be on the ballot, sir?
Blames you directly. What's your response to that, sir? Do you think...
So the White House just had its first cabinet meeting in almost a year. And when I saw that this meeting was happening today, I was shocked because Joe Biden has not been doing his job as president for the last 4 years. So why start now? The White House has not been keeping up with its usual activities for the last 4 years. So why start now? And then as this meeting started, the first thing I noticed was that the commander-in-chief, the president of the United States, the supposed president of the United States, Joe Biden, was not sitting at the head of the table. No, folks, Jill Biden. Jill Biden was sitting at the head of the table, and Joe Biden was shuffled off to the side somewhere. So essentially, from what it looks like, Jill Biden is running the show. We have our first female president, Jill Biden. Now, folks, I want you all to understand that Joe is supposed to be at the head of that table. Joe is supposed to be running the show. And if he's not capable of doing so, then Kamala Harris, the vice president, is supposed to be at the head of that table. But Joe is shuffled to the side. Kamala is Lord knows where. And Jill Biden is running the show. And literally moments into the meeting, you can tell that good old Joe, he's not feeling too hot today. Moments into the meeting, Joe passes the mic over to Jill. Like, hey, I'm stepping out. You got any questions? You got anything to say? Handle it with Jill. So it's kind of scary seeing our president being shoved to the side as his wife does his job for him. And the last few months, or the last, the last couple of months, until this guy is gone. And the people who ignored this problem the whole time are trying to stay in the White House again. But before I go on another rant, let's go ahead and roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more.
Grateful that Jill is here today. Heard that clapping. It wasn't for me when we came in. And here across previous administration, First Ladies have attended these meetings for specific reasons. This is the first time Jill has joined us, and it goes to show how important the issue is, which she's about to speak to the both of us. Today, at the top of our meeting, Jill's going to give an update on the House initiative, White House initiative, to fundamentally change the approach and the fund, how we approach and fund women's health services. So I'd like to turn it over to Jill and for any comments she has, and it's all yours, kid.
Thank you. Sometimes the White House surprises you.
That's our president, ladies and gentlemen. You finally have a cabinet meeting for the first time in 11 months. I guess you're trying to make it look like everything's normal headed up until the next election. And you're not even capable of conducting this meeting and handling this meeting yourself. You bring in your wife to handle your problem for you. You have her sitting at the head of the table as if she's the leader of our country, as if she's our elected president. Folks, Jill Biden did not get a single vote. Just like Kamala Harris did not get a single vote to be in the position that she's in now. None of us voted for Jill Biden to be president or vice president. Therefore, she should not be doing the job of the president, or in an emergency, the vice president. Yet here she is, handling Joe's meetings for him. A meeting that was really just a virtue signal because they couldn't be bothered to be doing these meetings a few months ago. No, the first one in 11 months, all because there's an election coming up and you're trying to make it look like everything's going normal, but it's not. there's nothing normal about our president being shoved to the side, mumbling, looking down, looking frail, as his wife does his job for him. That looks weak. It just, there's so much I could say about this, but I think you all get it by now. And honestly, I want to see what you all have to say about this. How do you all feel about this? I know that most of you all aren't fans of Joe Biden, but that's still our president. This is who is representing America. Our enemies are watching. They're watching as our leader gets pushed and shoved to the side like a mumbling, bumbling fool so his wife can do his job for him. And you can take your feelings about Joe Biden and you can put them to the side so you can realize that this is dangerous for all of us, okay? When our enemies, when America's enemies see that we are being led by someone who cannot even conduct a regular meeting, that has to have his wife handle his meetings for him, that puts us all in danger, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, I want to know how you all feel about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And if you find yourself getting too worked up by all of this, remember, it's just political cinema.